trying to see. All right, this one is creating. Gathering participants. All right, this on. Good day, Inspire Empower Society. If you can hear me, please in the chat let me know before I begin. Give me a thumbs up. I can hear you. Do something in the chat to let me know that you can hear me, please. You gotta go to the chat. I'll see. I think I'll see it. Let me see. Oh, yeah. All right, thank you. All right, thanks, Taniqua. Give me 1 minute. I'm having some technical difficulties. I'm also trying something different. I'm actually on YouTube podcast live for the first time. I'm kind of running it simultaneously, but I don't know how it's working on that end because I don't have anybody to verify, but it is recording on YouTube live. So Taniqua, if you could probably go to my YouTube channel and see if you can check to see if you see the live. If not, no worries. We'll figure that out. This is just something new I'm trying. So today's topic is talking about emotions, which we all can relate to because everybody has emotions. We need emotions. We're human, right? So it's talking about when emotions run high. Basically, what do we do when they run high? And what's the best way to respond when we're interacting with individuals when our emotions run high? And I know we all have a story to share about a time when our emotions was high and we responded in a way that we didn't like, a way that did not define our character and who we really are. But before I get started, I have to do my disclaimers. And I also have a guest, if you haven't noticed, Ivory. Her name is Ivory. I have known her for over a decade. So she's just going to be here conversing with me. So I don't have to talk to myself sometimes. I'm very excited to have somebody sitting beside me that is not my husband, that we can have a conversation to make it kind of like, very interactive. So that's our topic today. And my disclaimer is, as always, we are not psychologists. We are not psychiatrists. We are not counselors, and we're not therapists. So if you are experiencing some real high emotions that you cannot control, that is taking over your life, please seek professional help because we are not it. We are just here sharing our experiences and our recommendations that maybe worked for us, to kind of help navigate through those high emotions because we all have them. If you are in need of immediate support, you can call 988. It's a crisis line from your phone. I'm sorry, you can call or text 988. They're available 24/7. Or you can text home to 741-741 to speak with a trained crisis counselor, and that is 24/7. Okay, so that's my disclaimer out there for anybody that is experiencing some real life crisis. Okay, let's move on to the topic. So basically, I kind of already went over like saying that. Let's start with that, the truth that we need emotions in our life. We need emotions because that's how we have feelings, right? Without emotions, we can't feel. You can agree to that, right? Emotions is how we feel things. It's how we express ourselves. So the problem is not with emotions itself. The problem is when we have unmanaged emotions, when those emotions are high and take over us and we're responding with that first emotion because we're enraged, because we're angry, because we're upset, we're feeling disrespected, whatever the case may be. So that is the problem. And I'll be the first to admit, I fell when my emotions run high, 99.9% of the time. There has been one time, and I think I shared it a while back, when I pat myself on the back when I was like super excited because I passed my test. My husband had crashed my car in the garage. And the first emotion would be anger, to spaz on him, but I didn't spaz. I was so proud of myself. I took a breath. I was like, okay, can't cry over spilled milk. He's alive. The car is fixable. And I didn't spaz on him. I was so happy. But that was the only time, I swear, in my life that I feel like I took control of my emotions and didn't let my emotions take over me. Sorry, I'm be trying not to do this, but there be this people texting me. Anyways, so yeah, so that was the only time that I could say I passed the test. So this is something that we really need to work on daily, like anything else in our life. We have to practice it to gain that skill to be successful in passing the test. Because we all know when we respond with that first emotion, what happens?
It get bad.
It's not good. What happens? Name some things that happen when
I feel like low key you just lose your cool. Like anything could happen. You could end up in jail. Like that split second, anything can happen. Relationships, fall apart.
Yeah.
So many things.
That is so true. So like she said, relationships fall apart, you can end up incarcerated. But some of the things that causes emotions to run high is like a loss of a loved one. People, when a person loses a loved one, their first emotion is rage, anger, why, questioning God. You go through all these things. You don't give yourself time to process it. You just react off of that feeling. Yeah. Feeling disrespected, misunderstood, stress and pressure. That's a high key reaction for me. When I lose my control of my emotions, I'm usually under stress and pressure. And this is a big one for me, past experience and being triggered. And I have a story that actually just happened on Wednesday where I was triggered. And I feel like I did good, but I could have handled it a little different, meaning I could have chosen my words better. But emotions was high. And my counterpart flipped, like, after I said it was due to text message. I sent the text message, and my counterpart, based off of what I said, they went from 0 to 1,000,000. So their emotions was, they was triggered off of what I said.
Energy.
Well, I actually didn't. I didn't match the energy. So I kind of handled it well, but they said I started it because of some word choices that I used, because I was triggered by a past experience. So this is why I'm saying, like, certain things that cause emotions to run high is past experiences. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna ask you a question, and I'm gonna go over back. I'm gonna backtrack so I can go over my story on a time where my emotions ran high, and I responded in a way that really wasn't, what defines me and my character. Mm-hmm. So, question for you, Miss Ivory: have you ever reacted in a moment and later thought, "This isn't even who I am"? Basically responding off that first, because you're angry, you feel disrespected, you feel violated, you felt unheard, whatever the case may be.
I literally had a moment yesterday.
Oh, wow. I was going to say that because I saw your post, and I was about to text you like, "Hey, who's talking about?"
Listen, you said I literally had a moment yesterday because I was leaving. And yesterday was hot. We were at a family reunion. I was driving home, and it was hot. Mm-hmm. And
like hot outside.
Okay. And so I'm in the car. AC, I got AC, but it's still hot outside. So you just drain from the sun. I'm driving, and traffic is crazy. Mm-hmm. And one thing about me, I lose my mind in traffic because I'm like, this don't even make sense. Like all these gaps, I get irritated. Anyway, mm-hmm. So I get over in the lane. Mind you, I didn't cut nobody off or nothing. Next thing you know, this car pull up to me, and they're rolling down their window. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, what could they possibly be saying to me?
So you didn't know the person.
I didn't know the person. Long story short, they called me a few names, and I think I lost it. Like, mm-hmm. And I started, because then they started brake checking me. Mm-hmm. And so I record to get the license plate just in case something happened. Uh-huh. And as I'm trying to get the license plate, she hit her brakes. Mm-hmm. And she called me some few choice words. And next thing you know, something just clicked in my head, mm-hmm. and I just spazzed out. And I have it on recording because I was in the process of recording the plate. And so I'm no longer seeing a picture, but the phone is still recording the sound. Mm-hmm. And long story short, it was about 2 minutes. When I went back and watched that clip, I said,
this is not
you. And then the music that's playing in the background don't even match.
Was it Christian?
The reaction. It was like gospel rap. Gospel rap, girl. And I sent the video to my sister, and I said, I can't believe it. And she said, not that gospel rap playing in the background.
You cursing
and
out.
When I sat back and thought about it, I was like, girl,
okay, anything
could have happened just in
that
moment.
happens to everybody.
Yeah.
And road rage is very scary because we see it on the news all the time. People get shot from road rage. Like you said, you can end up in jail. And it's for what? A split second, a split decision where really, was her words hurting? Did
Right.
you get hurt?
Right.
You don't even notice, lady.
Right.
Is she paying your bills?
Exactly.
My favorite saying, what you eat don't make me poop. So
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
What, but again, this is a skill and a discipline like anything else in life. Like if you don't practice it, if you are not aware of it, it will take over you in a split second.
Listen, I'm still working on it.
I mean, we all are. Like I told you,
trying to
I
figure
fell
it out.
99.9% of the time. But I think the key about all this, I think the key with anything is being aware. Because if you're aware of a problem or a situation, you're able to correct it. Like for instance, I'm aware that when emotions run high, there are better ways for me to respond. There's better ways for me to interact with the person. There's better ways for me to reflect, the situation so it doesn't escalate. But when some people are not aware of their behaviors, they think the way they respond and the way they talk is
right.
okay.
Yeah,
so
okay.
You can't fix something that you don't know there's a problem. So that's what I said. Awareness is a key in anything, because without awareness, you're oblivious, you're blind. So that's good that we're aware with that, because then we can take the next step with making progress
trying to be better.
So my situation that happened Wednesday was I was triggered by a particular name. So I didn't respond right away. I actually went and made voodoo, was getting ready to pray. And before I prayed, I sent a text like, this isn't gonna work out. XYZ. But it was calm. It was respectful. I just was telling him like, this isn't gonna work out, because I thought about the situation. You haven't changed, your attitude haven't changed, yada yada yada. It's not gonna work out. And I think the word and the trigger for the person was, I said, don't be dumb. But I didn't call them dumb. I said, don't be dumb and think XYZ. Yeah. And then so from there, the person texts back and was like, I'm glad you said that it ain't gonna work. I don't ever want to see you. I don't ever want to speak to you again. I'm like, ever live? Like, I don't want to live with you. I don't want to speak with you. I don't want to do this again. I'm like, really? Like, from me saying what I said, you don't ever want to speak to me. You don't ever want to live with me again. But anyways, then it kind of escalated. So it eventually calmed down, because I took a moment. I did pause. So that's the key. When you're feeling these high emotions, the power of pause, even if it's 5 to 10 seconds, could change a lot. Because it's like it's almost like, I like analogies. Everybody that know and watch my videos know I like analogies. It's almost like if you get burned. When your hand is on that fire and you get burned, that first response, it might be a bad word, like, oh, you don't have time to process it.
Because it's already there.
It's like that first, but with emotions, you do have the time to kind of think, but you have to be conscious. You have to be aware. This is a situation. Let me breathe. Let me walk away, because I may say some things. Because once it rolls off your tongue, you can say sorry, but the damage is done. You already sliced that person, and they may forgive you and may move on, but they don't forget those harsh words, and words are more painful than anything. So when we're in those high emotions, we have to be careful about the response. So take a 5-10 minute pause, walk away, give your time to process and think about what's happening and how you want to respond. So it's about being having emotional awareness, being conscious of what's happening, so you can kind of plan and articulate your words better, instead of saying that first thing that feeling, because it's never good. I promise you, everybody know it's never good. It never ends well for anybody, because you say some things, they say some things, and before you know it, it's escalated. Nobody's rational, nobody's hearing each other, and it's just a hot mess. So, the power of pause is very important. But I would say the person that went from a 0 to a million, because it was beyond 1,000, they did say sorry. They didn't say sorry for what they said. They said sorry for reacting so quickly, which
they probably meant what they said. So it's like, I'm not apologizing for what I said. I meant it, but I apologize for
that's like that's a long time. I don't ever want to see you like they could apologize for that. But they apologized. They said, I do apologize for reacting so quickly. That was that. And I was like, yes, we both can communicate a little better our emotions when they are high. And it was so funny, because I had literally just on Monday decided that I was going to do this topic and reached out to you. And by, I think it was Wednesday, maybe Thursday, probably Thursday. By Thursday, those emotions was high. And it was just so ironic. And here we are today talking about it. So, yeah. I mean, everything happens for a reason. But I wasn't, I wasn't prepared for it. But like I said, I wasn't like going crazy, but I feel like it still kind of escalated off of my choice of words and my delivery. Because they said my delivery was kind of condescending, I guess. But
it's perception.
Yeah. Okay. So we kind of already talked about this. I have another question. What would you agree? Well, I should say, what could you change in your life if you gave yourself just those 5 to 10 seconds before responding?
I would probably be less stressed. Honestly, because I think for me, my mom always say I'm her most emotional child. Like everything at all. Listen, I'm already knowing, and it's something that I'm actively working on. But one thing about me, I'm quick to react, and that just taking the 5 seconds will let me realize, like you said, like this person ain't paying my bills. Like it's not worth it. Like why give them that power and give them that energy? Yep. And I feel like that's one of my things. Like I give too much energy to people, but to me, it's like disrespect. Like how could you? How dare you? You understand what I mean? So.
Yeah, understood. I really wish I could figure out how to allow these people to connect on YouTube, but I really don't know. I can't figure that part out. Taniqua, I don't know if you can hear me, but I invited you as a speaker. I don't know if you want to chime in and share some experiences, or do you want us just to keep moving on? But you are more than welcome to. Let's see. How do I'm trying to figure out this.
Just in case she says something.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, wait, here you go. Is this it?
I think that's it right there. You got 5 people.
Oh, really?
Just click on it.
Let me see.
Or is that an old one?
That's January 4th. That's the old one. I think this is the new one right here. 0 people. Let me see it. Now, how do I can share it. Bear with me, guys. I apologize for this malfunctioning that's going on. But this, like I said, this is my first time doing the YouTube one. So people were trying to get in, and I'm trying to send it to them. I probably shouldn't send it to this person.
What is the what is your YouTube channel for?
Hang on, let me send it to you. This is live. As you can see, this is not what do you call it, professionally prepared or scripted. This is some real live, raw stuff here. This is why I'm a little discombobulated. But yeah, we're gonna get back into it. Just bear with me, please, and thank you. Bear with the sister. But yeah, the power of pausing. For me, the 5 to 10 second pause would definitely change a lot of things. But see, with me, every female, we're emotional creatures. Men are more logical. Females are emotional. So every female experiences high emotions. Men, I don't want to use a bad word, but you know the ones they call that name, that act like that name. They have high emotions too, because some men act like.
I was about to say,
yeah, some men act like that name that I'm not going to say. But yeah, all females experience that high emotion, especially around that time of month. And for me, where I was going with that is, you never saw me with high emotions, have you?
Once, maybe.
You know, I promise you never saw it.
Oh,
I promise you. So I don't show that side of me. It's like I have control of it sometimes around certain people. Like my poor husband, I love him so much. He is truly the best. I am so grateful to allow for blessing me with him, because I feel like if I was with any other type of dude, I'd have been divorced. Because when my emotions get high, I have I be having horns. And he understands because he's very emotional intelligent. And some men are, but some don't. He has emotional intelligence. If he lacked it, oh my gosh, this house would not be serene.
Balance.
It would not be serene at all, because when my emotions run high, I really lose it. And I get upset at myself because I know that's not my character. But it's like I have to release it somewhere, because it's built up stress, it's built up pressure. And a new thing for me, what I noticed is, I think it was under it's fatigue and burnout, because anybody that know me know my life right now, like I'm doing a lot. So a lot of my emotional running high come off of fatigue and burnout. And I feel bad, but at the same time, I wouldn't change it right now, but I gotta
wait, you wouldn't change what?
I wouldn't change the fatigue and burnout. But the what I would say, the trade-off or the downside to that is the emotional burnout. I just need to learn how to, not burnout, the emotional running high. I just need to know how to counteract it and deal with it. But I'll be like, sometimes I'm so fatigued, I'm burnt out, and I'll take it out on the kids, but I'll quickly correct it, because I'm like, it's not their fault that I'm burned out. They're just being kids, because sometimes the voice just be sending me. I'll be like, just be quiet, y'all stressing me out, but it's not their fault. But yeah, as I say, my poor husband, he gets it the worst. But because he has emotional intelligence, and he knows how to control his emotions, and he has that emotional awareness, a skill set that I don't know where he learned it from. We've been able to stay married for 22 years. Like he doesn't fight. Calm. Yes, he's very calm. He doesn't fight.
I've never heard him raise his voice. he probably do, but I think
he got tired of me.
I never even see him get angry. Like even when he be talking, he just be like, I'm like, do he even raise his voice? Like, does his voice get louder than that?
So he has gotten a little more aggressive, not physically, not harming, but I guess he's tired of my shenanigans, because in the beginning he used to not even say nothing. He'll just come rub my back or something, like, I understand you're stressed right now, you're probably fatigued, you're tired.
Now he know you.
Now he'd be like, you go somewhere, like he'll give it back to me, and then I get even more angry, like, you don't care, you're just start going into my little emotional breakdown. You're being dismissive. I got a whole laws from 2 years ago. But no, we do need to go to the house, because I feel like he is dismissive to my feelings, and I really want to go see a professional to see their perspective on, is it me? Am I crazy? Or is he really?
Am I the problem?
Am I the problem, or is he the problem? I ain't the problem. I feel like I'm not the problem. Yes, I do get an emotional, high, but I feel like he be the cause of it sometimes. Sorry. But he is good though. He's definitely good. But yeah, just learning how to pause, that would definitely change a lot for me, because it'll give me time to reflect, think about the situation, think about how I want to respond to it, and take you that 5 to 10 minutes of breathing. 5 to 10 seconds of breathing.
It makes a difference.
It makes a difference, because it'll calm you down. So you're not responding off that first feeling, because that first feeling is the devil. Like, it's evil. It's evil. And you see it, like, but then when you come back, the person is a little more calm. But then some people, they'll keep escalating, because I think they're just evil people anyway. And those are the ones that are not aware that their behaviors and actions,
them the ones that get you locked up.
Those are the ones that
now I gotta be ignorant and match your energy. And I'm
I understand that. I totally get that. Okay, let's see. Moving right along.
It's a good conversation.
It's a real conversation.
It's good.
It's a real conversation. And it's conversations that need to be had. Like I said, awareness is key. Without awareness, we cannot fix a problem that we don't exist.
And honestly, I feel like some people don't know.
They don't.
Some people think like, I got it figured out. And then you be like, did you not just see what just happened? Like, did you not? Was you there when this just... But
that gets deeper than just that emotional running high. Those are people that need healing from the inside, because they have other issues that trickles into your other life. So they need more healing than just that emotions. So, and that's the other thing I'm struggling with, that I'm becoming more aware and conscious of it, and trying to work on it, understanding that everybody's path, experiences, triggers, trauma is different. And it's hard for me, because I hate to toot my own horn. I always have to say this, and I don't know why. I'm not arrogant. I'm not cocky. I'm teachable. I'm fallible. I'm not this guru person, but I am different.
Yeah.
From a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because my drive is different. The way I think is different.
100%
is different. But everybody's different.
Yeah.
But I think from me being that way, when those things happen, when somebody emotions are high or when they're, you know, just something, I'll be looking at them like really? Like
literally you've done that with me before.
I did?
At PCH.
No, I didn't.
Yes, not in a mean way. But like when them shifts where it was like calm and I'd be like cute. And I think I even cried like a few times. No, listen. No. Where I was like emotional. Like I was so emotional and I was just telling you a situation. You was like, girl, forget them people. Like they don't pay your bills. Like when I say that, what I mean is yes, you are very like, girl,
I see it differently.
Yes, like, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing to have.
It is. I must say that I have helped a lot of people change perspective because I think the way I view the world is different in the sense of death. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but I won't really know until I lose a really, really close loved one to see how I will react. But I mentally prepare for stuff like that. Literally, like my dad, my mom, my kids. I think about stuff like that because do you know when you're gonna die? Do you know when your parents are gonna die? No. We plan and think about everything else, but nobody thinks about that. But I think that's why when it happens, it hits different because it's unexpected. It comes at a moment you don't think about. You know what I mean?
But I think that can be both ways. Yeah. Because some people you kind of just know, like somebody is sick, you know it's coming, you just don't know when, right? So the fact that you already know it's coming, you mentally prepare for it. Like we don't know when, but when it do,
but
I'll
do
be
you
a little
feel
bit
like
more
that? Do you feel like when you prepare, not you, because you could never prepare.
You can never prepare, but
it hits different versus like a sudden.
When it's sudden, I feel like when it's sudden, it just hits you hard because there was nothing in your mind.
Because I prepare. I told you
there's nothing in your mind that would be like, this person could have gotten into an accident or things like that. Like, I mean,
I said I'm different,
but I'm different in other ways. It has nothing to do with emotions, but yes, because like. Not to go into detail, but even with my sister, like, with my sister, we wasn't expecting for it to happen. So when it happened, like,
it's like a shock.
It was a shock, but because how she was, like, you just, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna shift the topic, but because I know that gets touchy for everybody, and I always don't like to feel like I'm not compassionate or empathetic, but I do process things differently. And I have lost people close to me, like my grandmothers. They were like my moms. I miss them dearly. There's questions I wish I could have asked them. Now that I'm mature, then now I don't have the opportunity. But I just hold on to the memories. Grateful that I was able to meet my grandmother because I think of it like this: some people never got to meet their grandmother. Right. It's like my mom and dad. If my mom and dad died tomorrow, yes, I'm going to be sad. Of course, I'm going to miss my mom. I talk to her every day. But the way I process it is my brother, who is 20-something years old, his mom died when he was 5. My other brother's 18. His mother died when he was 2 months. He never got to meet his mom. How selfish of me to be going crazy and falling all out, knowing that death comes to everybody when God gave me my mother for 40-something years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not saying that I'm not going to miss
but you're still allowed to feel it. Yeah, no, like you can't downplay your feelings.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. But I just feel like, let's get it. This topic.
But what you're saying makes sense. What you're saying does make sense.
Every time I talk about this topic, I always feel like I'm being dismissive to people.
It's not.
But I'm just like, death is coming to everybody. So it's inevitable.
Yeah.
It's going, I'm not saying not to feel it, but embrace those feelings that we choose, but to carry on. And I'm not saying never remember them. You remember them in different ways, but to grieve and sorrow, it's like you're only hurting yourself.
Exactly.
But we're going to switch the topic. That topic.
That was good though.
That was sometimes I feel like that topic all the time, it just gets so deep. And,
it can.
But we were going back to effective communication. We're going to go back to effective communication, being aware of emotion and feelings. Preparation for everything and anything in life will prepare you to excel. Because we all know the saying, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So that goes with everything. And this is why I plan for death. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't know. Yeah. My son can die tomorrow. My daughter can die tomorrow. My husband could die tomorrow. if I'm not thinking about this stuff, I'm not saying I constantly think about it all day, every day, but I have plans. I think about it. You know, not saying I'm trying to create it and bring
just prepare for it.
I just don't want to be caught off guard. And like I said, it's going to hurt. Those are my loved ones. I'm not saying I'm not going to grieve. I'm not going to do this, but I'm not going to be the one like falling apart. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh my God. No. But again, I can't say it's I'm in that experience, but I plan. So I feel like I will have a different reaction. Look, how we get back on this topic? Okay.
You.
I don't know why I was okay. Communication, planning. Okay, effective communication. When you communicate things and plan for it, makes it easier. And emotional running high is no different. We have to be disciplined in that. We have to kind of like I said, step back, talk calm, be clear. Have clarity with your situation. Sometimes my delivery, like I may know how I want to, like what I'm trying to say, but it might come out wrong, and you might take it differently. But this is where grown-ups should talk and have effective communication. We're like, cute. Like if you know me, you know I probably didn't mean to be condescending, or I might have been like, "Hey, did you mean it like that?" Or because this is how I took it. Then that gives me time to say, "Oh, nah, I really didn't mean it like that. I apologize, but this is what I was trying to say." Yeah. Especially in a text message, because nowadays everybody
you can,
and text messages can get because you can't hear the tone.
Yeah.
So I think effective communication can kind of help emotions, can kind of alleviate some of that back and forth, because sometimes people think you mean it this way, or it's about them, and it's like it's never about you like that. It's just
if the shoe fit.
Yeah, that too. The shoe fit. Because
I might not have even think about you, and you over here making it about you, baby. If the shoe fit, then you wear it, because I wasn't even thinking about you.
Okay, I got another question, because we running up on 30 minutes, and I try to keep these short, so we almost done. Okay. So, question: do you think you struggle more with saying too much when you're emotional, or saying nothing at all?
Definitely too much.
Definitely too much. Okay, I think that's for a lot of people. Taniqua, you
definitely too much.
You could come in the chat if you want. But yeah, for me, like I said, 99.9% of the time, I'm flunking the test because I'm responding off that first emotion. I am trying to get better at it because I'm aware of it. I am conscious of it. And I think that's the key, is to have that conscious awareness. But yeah, saying too much can, put you in places you don't want.
100%.
And like I said, we all had those moments where our emotions get the best of us. But the key is, like I said, communicating, clarify it, and taking accountability, taking ownership. If you know you was wrong, don't let your ego and pride get in the way. Be a grown up. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. I didn't mean it this way. My emotions was high. I'm human. I'm fallible. I apologize. I know it doesn't take back the words I said, but I could have handled it differently. And most people are forgiven, but people are in different levels too of maturity. Like we talked about, some people are just out there and they got a wicked spirit, and no matter how you approach them, they're going to still give you that negative energy. And I think at that point, that's when you just remove yourself. At that point, you don't want to socialize with nobody like that. I don't need you in my space. I don't need you in my room. Because guess what? What you eat don't make me poop. I don't have to sleep with you. You don't pay my bills. So sayonara. When it gets to that point. And it takes a lot of strength and skill to walk away from an ignorant person. But that is best. It'll save you headache, heartache, aggravation, going to jail. It saves you a lot of stuff when you're able to walk away from ignorant people. But if you know a person can have a mature conversation, pull them to the side. Like, hey, even at work, I had to pull some coworkers to the side.
That's my thing too. Pull me to the side.
Don't be trying to
embarrass me in front of everybody, because now I'm gonna have to embarrass you. Like,
don't mention it.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
to the level.
Pull me to the side. If honestly, I'm really big on taking accountability, and I'm very great at communication. The only way I shut down is when I feel like the person is being nonchalant or dismissive, or they just really trying to not hear what I'm saying and just keep it going. Then I'm gonna just shut down and be like, you got it, and walk away. But for the most part, I'm great at communication. That communication has never been my problem.
But how you communicate? How are you delivering it? Because if you got that sass, people like to match energy too.
So I'm not gonna tell a story. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you
depends. I can get sassy. I can match energy, but it takes a lot for me to get there.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Me,
like
how I feel, I'm the nicest, sweetest person. I'll give you the shirt off my back. Like everybody say that, right? But it's true. Like I'm the nicest person, but I feel people take advantage of that.
They do. Definitely.
I feel like people take advantage of that. And so when I express myself and I'm telling you, like, listen, this is what you did and this is how it made me feel. And then you start like being dismissive about what I'm saying and pointing the finger and all that stuff, like then I'm gonna get angry.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm still working on it. I'm not all the way there yet. So, you know, I'm trying to be better. But come on now. Come on.
So we're gonna wrap this up because, like I said, it's 30, I think 30 something minutes now. We're a little bit over. But the last thing we're gonna wrap up. But yeah, definitely, I feel you, the match energy. But we have to be disciplined, and that's what I'm closing with.
Yes.
Last thing I would like to discuss is leave you all with is emotional discipline. We have to develop that discipline, and not let the emotions control us. And it doesn't happen overnight. You know, it takes time. Awareness is key. Mm-hmm. Pausing, you know.
First step is admitting that the problem is there.
Exactly.
Acknowledging.
Okay, but I think, like I said, we all kind of have it. Some worse than others, depending on background experiences, education level. Like all of this plays a part in how a person delivers a message, how a person perceives it, their perception. All of that matters. And like I said, that's what I struggle with, because in my mind, I see things this way.
Yeah.
Where other people might be like, because my big thing is, even with this platform, if you don't like your situation, change it.
Yeah.
Why you complain? Complaining is not going to change your situation. Mm-hmm. If you don't like your situation, do something about it.
But sometimes complaining make you feel a little bit better.
It does, because you do need to release.
But people don't always want to hear it, so that makes sense.
You do need to release, but
journal.
Yeah, you do need to release, but this is where the gym, working out and exercise, that is a big stress reliever. Hit that bag. I guarantee you feel better. Mm-hmm. Hit the bag. You have to find other ways to release that buildup, because we're human. Like I said, we're going to experience emotions high. We're going to experience fatigue, burnout. We're going to experience frustration. You know, every day is not a good day. There's going to be, especially around the cycle time. And I hear menopause is crazy. Sometimes I be thinking, I'm like, am I perimenopause? Because I always had an awful week. I was very emotional, very angry, but like I said, I'm also battling with the, you know, overworkness type thing and feeling fatigue. So I don't know which one it is. I don't know what would it be. Sometimes they all collide. But after a day, a few hours, I feel better. And then I feel awful for the things I said to my husband, the things or how I treated somebody, you know.
That conviction kicking.
Yeah. So I'm working on it. But again, you know, but like I said, I'm just only, emotional discipline is very important. Make sure, you know, you take control of it. It's a skill that's built daily. And the thing is, you can only practice the skill when you're in the moment. That's the real test. Like we can practice it right now, but the real test is when you're faced with it, like a real life situation. That's when you put your skills to the test, basically. And we do this through self-reflection, mindset shifting. I'm big on that. Everything always results back to the mindset. And this is why I say I prepare my mind for certain things. And this is why I think I'm able to overcome and turn trials into triumph, turn, you know, heartache, pain into happiness, sadness into happiness, because that mindset shift. What you tell yourself grows. What you focus on grows. So if you have that negative energy and you know you feel, because I know when I'm negative, I know when I'm feeling evil, negative, I know when I'm because you can feel it. It's a feeling. If, you know. And if you focus on that and you hold on to that, it's going to grow. But if you tell yourself that mindset shift, like, let me shake this off, let me go for a walk, let me go punch a bag, let me read the Quran, let me read the Bible, you know, in your case, whatever it is, that mindset shift, it helps with that discipline. You know what I'm saying? It helps to change that feeling, that emotion that you're feeling. Yeah. Whether it's sadness, hurt, anger, it's what you tell yourself, what you feed yourself. So whatever you focus on is going to grow. Right? And over time, we train our brain to respond better. This is how that daily habits work. So the next time emotions run high and we are faced with a choice, you react and give your power away, or you pause, reflect, and lead ourselves through the moment. So that's what I'm leaving with, right? And then I have a final question. We don't have to answer this. This is just something for us to reflect on. This is a final question for everyone that's listening now, that will listen. So the next time emotion rise, will you allow them to control you, or will you learn to control how you show up? And that's what I'm gonna leave you guys with. So think about that the next time these emotions run high. Are you gonna allow it to control you, or are you going to take control? Mm-hmm. And do some of those daily practices. Some people do positive affirmations, some people do yoga. You have to find what works for you.
Yeah.
What works for me may not work for you.
Right.
You know, mindset shift is, I think, can work for everybody. Changing the way you think and perception about things, it definitely gives you a different perspective. So that's all I have for Inspire Empower Society. Thank you guys for who tuned in, who will tune in. And I did want to say we have hit our 1 year mark of Inspire and Empower Society in March. So I'm very excited about that. I was thinking about like canceling it, not doing it, but I was like, no, let me give it another try. So I'm gonna try something different, you know, to see if I can get more followers. I haven't been pushing it the way I should, because I've been dealing with some other personal stuff, but we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna see what this come about, you know, in the future. But thank you again, Ivory. Is there anything else you want to say in closing?
No, just thank you for inviting me and having me. I really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you for being here. It's so much better talking to another human than it's just me. I was like, I'm so silly. I'm such a dork sometimes. But yeah, it's better conversing with another person, obviously, than sitting here, you know, just having a conversation with myself. But yeah, thank you again, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. There will be more conversations. My next live will be actually next week, and I'm gonna have another guest. Don't know who that guest's gonna be. It's like, actually I do, but stay tuned. There'll be another topic. I'll put it out there so you guys will know. So thank you for attending. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon. Peace, love, and light.